I think we're going. I think we're live now, though. So just waiting for a couple of bits, and hopefully YouTube actually recognizing that we are live. That's the aim. Yeah, that's the hope. Are we live? We are. So let me put a tag. In real quick. Just giving it a couple of minutes for people to get in. Auto tier 4 GT. Let me get the stream link, copy link. All right, that will allow me to put it into the chat. I'll do that then. That's that sorted. Just about sort things out here. So I love how GT has really low sound moment. Ah, it got really loud there. I'll take it a minute. Yeah, just getting everything ready now. So we can get going. Hello to the people who are just starting to join us now. Should probably also put a message in tier 4 chat, shouldn't I? Here for the clips and giggles, Lord Hands. That makes sense. And Deco, I find, yeah, I don't know why I didn't show up the first time, but I am actually using your POV this time, your uploaded stuff. So it is a case of the second one showed up. With the tags, I don't know. The Fracas has been auto-gearing the McLaren all season. Why would someone with auto gears go in the McLaren? Why? Why would anyone drive auto? I don't know. Go ask Fracas, apparently, or Hurricane for that matter. They somehow got yeah, Hurricane's the quickest I know that uses auto gears, and he's in tier 3. So, you know, usually how it works. Usually not a good sign. He is Irish. I see that it's we're full blown kicking off the the trolling. Then that's what we're doing this time round. Yeah, I think we're at the point where we should probably start heading through the grid here. My other have automatic driving license. Where Gunmad? Gunmad doesn't get home until 2. Also, Gunmad drives in this tier, so he shouldn't really be doing this anyway. So you're stuck with me and only myself today. Yeah, it's gonna be me, myself, and I for 3 races, 3 entire races, provided my voice and my PS5 go that long. That's, I guess, what we're going with here. But yeah, Le Mans doing now, almost certainly doing Tokyo afterwards. Monza may have to be left till. Is he still buffering? Probably. Probably forgot, but he's probably remembering the crash from last night about now. But, yeah. Most of my day today is going to be on GT. Got 3 sets of comms to do. Then I'm announcing the final race of the Nations Cup, because I plan on doing that today instead of the next couple of days. So that will be everything Nations Cup related announced. I just then have to do settings for it. Before Saturday, well, I say before Saturday as if I haven't already done the Saturday ones. Before next Tuesday for certain. But yeah, let's go through the grid here then. 4 laps of Le Mans and then 10 laps of Le Mans. We've got Otto on pole position here for a sprint. Let's see if he actually holds on to that for once. Deco in 2nd, Boter in 3rd, Ethan in 4th. Ethan the cruising a little bit in the championship after 5. Gunmad in Steo in 5th. Sorry, Gunmad in 6th. Steo has actually decided he wanted to show up for the first time after winning the first race of the season. Monty's in 7th, Fracas is in 8th, Fitz in 9th, Turkey in 10th, and Jezza in 11th. It's 5 lights out. It's lights out, and away we go here, Le Mans. Let's see who gets a good start. The answer is definitely not Deco in that Porsche. It's being swallowed up by 4 or 5 drivers straight off the line. And it's an absolute bloodbath for I have not got strepsils at all. It's Ethan going a little bit off the track there. Have another look at. Let's have another look as we go up into the hill here, into turn 2. Yeah, Ethan's just off the track. He just gets all wrong. Gunmad up in the 2nd. Deco and I think there's Boter fighting out. Boter's got just about ahead for the moment in time, and actually gets ahead fully as he tries to pull alongside Ethan for 3rd. And then you've got Steo trying to get himself back involved. He started in 5th, has dropped down to 6th. Corvette didn't get off the line the greatest by the looks of it. Fitz gained a couple of positions on a auto gears McLaren because, you know, reasons. Porsche's murderous standing start. Yeah, it's awful. I've been reliably informed that that car did not get off the line at any point. They go down the Mulsanne straight now. I'm surprised Bota did not get a penalty the first when they went through Turret Rouge. See if he's going for it now, if he can get past just Ethan as we head into the first chicane here. They're going 3 wide, and that's going to cause a problem. Ethan's gone too shy. He's into the bollards. He might get a penalty for that. 3 wide steer, I think, was also involved. Bota's somehow come out winning that entire battle. Steer's gained a position as well. And it looks like Ethan's lost a good half dozen. Fracas also gone now past the Nissan as well. He's still got 4 or 5 cars in a line here. Fitz up in the 5th for the moment in time as well. A good start for him. What's going on between Steer and Bota? Bota still has the advantage here. Fitz is on the inside of Steer. Chicane down toward the end of the Mulsanne straight. It's going to be Deco who takes the position off both of them. Nice little double move there from Deco. Gets them both in 1 chicane. Fitz has still managed to keep himself in 5th at the end of all of this, and Theo loses out the double as we head now down toward the end of the Mulsanne straight into the hairpin as we head back up the hill now. Bota having a bit of a nightmare there in 3rd, going, I think he may have got off the track and has actually handed that position to Deco relatively easily. What car is that Fitz is in? Can't tell. Not. Yeah, the Nissan's actually had a decent start to the season. Fitz just going a little bit too shaky there as we head down into Indianapolis here. It looks like Steele's going to have that. Bota's gone. Oh! Bota and Steele have gone. Let's have a second look at this. If anything happens here. Bota just... Oh, he gets tapped. He gets tapped by Steele, who also goes off into the gravel as well. There's a penalty there for Monty, a 1.5. As the rejoin was not particularly clean there by Bota. Having to have a couple of the people there avoid him on the way through. Even against Fitz, so that's now 4th and 5th, the battle, because of the 2 that crashed in front of them a moment ago. Gunmad and Auto are off in the distance at this point. Deco is trying to get himself back there, but quite frankly, he's going to be a tall order at this point in time to cover up that gap in 4 laps. I think that might be an RSO 1. I think, yeah, it's a Renault. Okay, that's an interesting choice. Not entirely sure. That is a Renault, yeah, that's the RSO 1. I would have recommended that car, I'll say that much. Here comes Fitz, trying to get himself involved now against Deco. He's got a little bit of a gap to Ethan in 5th, who's got Fracas behind him, somehow still hanging about in his auto gears. I think he may have just overtaken Ethan as well. Another look at that, we go into the chicanes, has someone behind, he's got a penalty, Monty's got his 1.5 that he starts to serve. Tanking back at the end of the next lap. Oh yeah, Ethan just went too deep, almost off the track entirely. Just about avoiding the gravel there. Here comes Monty to the inside of that Nissan GTR as we head down through turn 1. He's got 1.5 in the background as well. Monty side by side trying to pierce his way through, and I think he's just caught the side of Fracas. But Fracas has managed to keep his car going, which is fair well played by Fracas there in the McLaren to keep that one from spinning. Monty just tried a little bit too much too soon, I think, because he'd gone deep through turn 4 just before we head towards Turret Rouge and into the Mulsanne straight again. Monty would be fine there, even looking a little deep, but I don't think that's penalty worthy as we head down the straight now. Again, 4 or 5 cars in the same space on the track. Monty just clearing up ahead of Ethan now just a little bit. Then you got Jezza, Bota, Ethan, a big Turkey as well involved in this ruckus here. There goes the McLaren on the inside. Can the McLaren do it? At the end of the straight here, got 1.5 seconds. Oh, there's someone going, what the? There's cars flying everywhere. What has happened here? Let's get a better view. Because Monty's got a bit of an issue. I think Boater slid off to the inside. Let's have a good look at this. Oh, there goes Boater. That'll do it. That will definitely have done it. Boater just launching himself to the inside there and absolutely careening straight into Monty. No questions asked on that one. The stewards aren't going to need a second look, I don't think, there. Let's have another look from Boater's point of view. Did he get hit himself? Down the inside, 30. No, there's no hit whatsoever. He just gets that so unbelievably wrong. Jezza and Ethan both just drive on through like they do, like, you know, they haven't just witnessed a murder. No, Boater did not get punted. Boater just literally didn't stop at any point. Steel up in 8. Then we've got a bit of bump draft happening between Boater and Turkey here. Monty's got a penalty, Turkey's got a penalty. Turkey heads up the rear of the field right now. Monty might have another one. I think that's a bit too deep there in the second chicane. That might tack some more time on. It will tax an entire second there. If anything, Monty turned it on him. Yeah, Boater's got half a second now as well. It's penalty central back here. Got Boater on Monty again. Let's see if Boater can get it done to the inside without killing somebody this time. And he will this time. That's a lot better. Oh, there goes Steo off the track. What has happened here? Steo's got off the track this time. He's in the gravel. Coming back. His rejoin almost takes someone out. Oh, yeah, that's a punt. That's also a punt. And yeah, he almost clobbers Boater and Monty on the way back through. He'll get all the positions right back here, Steo, because the penalties galore off the front of the field. Another 2.5, 6 for Ethan. Fracas in 5th will have a lot of leeway now. We got Deco and Fitz in 3rd and 4th. Hard to see the cards with the penalty signs. Just a small amount of them. There's another one. Got that in the 4th picture as well. Fitz is half second now. He got Indianapolis. So there's who hasn't got a penalty here, isn't it? Oh, just going to take advantage of this now. He's going to drive off into the distance. And the slipstream is extremely important here at Le Mans. And Auto is, quite frankly, just going to drive. He's from here. Gunmad ahead of Deco 2nd and 3rd. That might be a decent competition. Fitz will have to serve his penalty on the next lap. Fracas is in 5th. That might give him a chance, enough time to get close enough. Jez is up into 6th after punting Steo, so I assume if Steo's reported that, that'll get taken away. Just Ethan's in 7th after his penalties, and as expected, Steo managed to get everyone and anyone that did have a penalty. Boater had half second. There's a penalty 1 and 2.5 for Monty, and I think a 2.5 for Turkey as well. And those two rear the grid. Let's see if we've got any sort of actual overtaking moves brewing here in Tier 4. Also, it looks very deep there from Ethan. Ethan braking very late. And he picks up half a second for his troubles, almost wiping out Jeddah in the process, managing to avoid him. That is, I don't think people learn how to drive Le Mans here. There's 2 seconds for Turkey in the background. Something has happened in the background with Boater and Steo now involved here at the back of the grid. They were 8th and 9th. Let's see what's happened to them. Oh, Boater's got another one! Boater's got another one! As Steo's got off and been reset to track as well. Oh no. Jedda's got the position right now on Ethan. Ethan's got a half-second penalty he'll serve at the end of the lap as well. Absolute chaos at the start here in Tier 4. looks like we're just going through. I'll see if we can go who's doing what at the front in a minute. Go through Turk Rouge here, down into the Mulsanne Straight. Looks like Ethan's got a run. Is Ethan going to have a proper run? Here he is to the inside. Is that enough for the position? It is enough for the position. He's got himself up in front of just Ethan here. No, up ahead of Jezza, sorry. I read the name and just apparently forgot who I was talking about. Yeah, but just Ethan, half-second penalty as well. In 6th right now. Monty getting very close to the back of that Lancer in 7th. That Lancer in 7th is having a bit of a mare in the chicane. Now here comes Monty, who should be able to go down the inside here and take that position off Jezza without much issue. And that is exactly what has happened here. Up the road, is anything happening? Deco's got right up to the back of Gunman. And Gunman's got another penalty, so Gunman might lose the position here to Deco in the second half of lap number 3. Auto again, not really under any sort of challenge in this race up to this point. He is starting to drop back from the gap he had at the end of lap 2. Still should realistically be enough for him to see this one out. A bit deep there from Deco, but I don't think he's going to complain. He's still catching up quite rapidly at this point in time. Fitz has got a second penalty in the background, so he doesn't have to worry about anyone behind him. It's a relatively simple race from here on out. Let's have a look. Fitz has got a penalty. Fracas is there and thereabouts. He's just driving on his own right now in his auto gears, and a McLaren at 158 in 6th gear. It's absolutely painful to see. What the hell happened here? It's just penalties galore. Let's have a look. Ethan's got a penalty here. Monty has half a second, so I assume that's in the second chicane here. Monty's got a bit deep. Oh, just about keeping his car on the track. Jezza here as well, trying to figure out what he's doing. He's picked up half a second. I'm not entirely sure where. He's got 2 seconds at the back of the grid minus steer right now. Let's have a look as we go down towards Indianapolis. Boater's got a run on Jezza, who's just been dropping like a stone so far in this race. Side by side, down here into this corner. It's difficult to do too wide in this area of the track. Boater and Jezza do it pretty nicely as Boater takes that position. Jezza's got an entire second penalty now, picked up another one just there. After he'll actually get to serve both at the same time, and it looks like Monty had a bit of a mare in the final corner before the penalty line. So, penalties galore. Let's see who's going to get what as we head up the straight here. Boater's got past Monty. Is he going to get anywhere near Ethan? No, he is not. Fitz has been brought really close to Fracas, but not overtaken range still. Gunman overtaken by Deco by quite some margin. Deco, no, you're going to have to do something now. Get anywhere near Auto in the lead of the race, I think. Auto needed this because Ethan in Laguna wiped the floor with him. Auto, I think, scored like 5 points total on the day. So yeah, he's had to make some recovery here, I think. Just getting up the driver's standards at the moment. But yeah, they continue on. Auto still comfortably ahead of Deco in the in the sprint race here. You've got Gunman, the guy that immediately follows these two potential podium on the card to him. Fracas up ahead of Ethan. Now what on earth? Hold on a minute. I'm pretty sure there was someone up here a minute ago. What happened to Prix? Oh, that's happened to Fitz! That's happened to Fitz, and I know that feeling. I've done that a few times, including at the start of feature races, almost exclusively at the start of feature races. Into the wall, on the exit of the final corner, just too much traction there. Lost it, he's also got a 2.5 penalty. As we continue to go through this final lap. He's going to drop all the way back. Bota's ahead of him now. Monty to the inside of Fitz. Fitz is drawn a little bit too deep by Monty there, but Monty gets ahead nonetheless. It's a nice little move, albeit maybe not the cleanest. He's not going to complain, and Fitz has got a little bit of a gap here to Jezza, and then Turkey and Stio. The card after that, Turkey, there's board there. They will send you flying. You probably shouldn't be driving on them. Oh, Turkey turns to the inside. Stio there almost forced Stio off the track after Stio bumped him after, in the corners we just witnessed in the first sector. As we head down to the Moorsign Straight, Turkey still holds on against Stio. Actually continue watching this battle for the split second that Turkey had a chance. As Stio is going to drive straight by. Turkey's going to have slipstream down the end or into the first chicane, but I think it's too late to make a move. Yep, that is the case. Bota having a bit of an issue now. Heading down to the first chicane. Has he had a bit of... What has he done in the chicane? He got too far. Oh, just not enough turning. And yeah, that will do it. Monty's got 1.5. Fitz has 1.5. Everyone penalty central here. Ethan's still in third. Doing a pretty good job of it. Fracas is in fourth, and this is pretty much the highest we've seen of McLaren all season. Gunmad in third. Deco in second. Gunmad peering into the picture in the back there, and Auto, without a mistake, is in a comfortable position here. So the gap going into the day, it's huge. Auto 49 points back. Bota 41, Yuri's not here. So Ethan is technically still losing points, but nowhere near enough at this point in time to make a battle out of this. 15 points for Auto, 16, 17 if you include pole in the first, up to the end of the feature, sprint race, sorry. Ethan picking up, what, 12, 10, 8, 7 I think so far. So it's a 10-point gap, 39 as it stands. It's not impossible, but with Tokyo and with Monza left after Le Mans, that it's a rough going at the a rough amount to have to catch up if he holds on to this. Auto's still clear of Deco rather comfortably. Then you've got Mad Fracas in the background, and then you've got Ethan in fifth without really much of an issue. Fritz has got 2.5 seconds there in seventh, so he might drop all the way to the back of the grid. Monty will serve his 1.5 now. Here comes Bota, who just got past Fitz anyway on track. Didn't need the penalty, but Fitz is going to have to serve one now anyway. Stio's going to come up on him. Stio on the inside, so will Turkey. Can they both get by? Fitz has put himself in position to try and defend, but he isn't going to be able to defend. There goes Stio, there goes Turkey. Jezza at the back of the grid isn't going to be able to do an awful lot. We head into the Porsche curve for the last time in the sprint. There really isn't going to be an overtake happening here. Would be rather impressive, honestly. Which means we're just going to go to the front, because Auto is going to go over the line to win the sprint race here, and Gunmud got off in the background. Auto goes over the line to win the first sprint race of his season, that's for certain. He never usually does good in these. Drove away without much challenge today, and finally puts one on the board. There's 17 points, max points you can get up until the end of the sprint. Domination at the start here for Auto. Deco gets second, Gunmad ends up in third even after crashing. Fracas fourth, Ethan fifth, Monty sixth, Bota seventh, Stio 8, Fitz ended up in 9th, 30 in 10th, Jezza rounding off the end of the grid. The only person not to score a point in the sprint race. So, well, that is the sprint down for Le Mans. That's France. You don't have to tell me, as someone who did the on manual in the McLaren, you definitely would have had a good shot. McLaren was surprisingly good at Le Mans. Just loading up now. Shouldn't be too long before we get into the feature race now here at Le Mans for Tier 2. I'm just going to take a drink. I'm going to need a lot of those today. Just got piled the water. I just got a few water bottles that are currently sat out on the side of my desk here, so I can just go and pick them up whenever. Soothe the throat just a little bit so I can keep going. Taking a little bit of time to download this one. Probably not a good sign. Well, yeah, it shouldn't be taking this long. It's only 10 laps of Le Mans down. Not entirely sure what's taking it so long. I must be using Moose's internet. You'd think so. I've not had a problem downloading these before. Oh, God. The worst thing is now, we're kind of tied to this. So we're in a downloaded stream for the moment in time. Because if I shut off GT, it'll end the stream. So we're just gonna hope that GT knows what the hell it's doing. Oh, we're getting there. We've gone from 52 to 53. Riveting commentary this year, I know. Yeah, Auto managed to gain 10 points there. What the hell is going on out there? My curtains. I've got one of my windows all the way open so I can have a little bit more ventilation. For those who weren't in the chat yesterday, PS5 just randomly shut off in the middle of Tokyo. Downloaded all the penalties. Yeah, honestly, might be right. Giving off that sprint race, that's a saying. See, Season 40 will be finished by the time this is downloaded. I know, right? I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes, and then I guess we'll turn this into 2 separate streams. It's bewildering. Jesus Christ. Gunman has finished buffering. We got him. We got him, boys. Oh, we've got the 54%. It's moving. It's moving up reasonably slowly, but it's moving. Definitely not me putting on the live stream so I can figure out what half of these comments are actually saying. They cut off halfway through. Even at work, I'm getting bullied. Yep. This is how this works now. You've signed up for it. You've put your name down for this. Not bullying character enhancement. It's still learning. Uh, do you guys think I should restart my GT at this point? I think that might be the best way of going about this. Should not be taking this long. What are you beeping about? Oh, it's moving again. 155. Oh god, I can't tell which one's worse. The race last night or this. Like years ago. Shall I restart my GT at this point? If it does, I'm going to cry. Gonna check if my internet's still up and running at this point. I know we're still going, but it feels like it's going about 2 miles an hour. It's somehow going slower than Fracas in the McLaren with auto gears. The comms will be a roller coaster. I don't want to. I don't want to do the email race. That was absolute, just a calamity. Oh, 57! We've got to 57! Tier 4, what the hell happened at your Le Mans for it to take 7.5 years to download? It says 63 on your screen. We're only at 58 in real time. I don't know what the fuck you're looking at. You all want to hear my reaction to the person that's starting in reverse. I do. I haven't actually seen that yet. I don't know if BX has put up the stream yet. One leg equals 1%. What's this? What I miss apart from every Apex? This has now turned into a downloading stream. It's not a commentary stream anymore. We're just sat here watching this download. We have been for at least 5 minutes now. We have hit 60. We are now 6/10 of the way through. And for some reason, Pirate the 7 is down. If it skips 69% now, we're going to lose it. We're on 61. We're moving, boys. We're moving again. The worst thing about this is arguably one of the most viewed, some of the most, one of the highest numbers we've had concurrently in a stream all season. And we're just sat here watching this download. It's exactly, Jill. Everyone just wants to watch the download. We'll get into the actual race and everyone will back off. I can't tell whether it's my... I'm just seeing what Iggy put in the chat. I can't believe you were working in it. Oh, God. That's all Iggy put in the chat. And then now, look, I can't believe you were working instead of watching this. Nothing left to watch after this. Oh, I'm 62, boys. 62. There's going to be people who watch this in post, right? Watch this stream in post and go, why did these guys genuinely sit here for 15 minutes watching this download? And there's going to be no answer. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible stuff. Unbelievably riveting stuff. Your DDoS me at 69%. Okay. Honestly, I'm almost certain my GT will crash at some point here. I'm just not sure when. This is incredible. $62. Seems to like that number realistically, doesn't it? This is absolutely immaculate work. I've never seen anything like it. I'm just messaging in the helpers chat while this exists. Wait, we're going up. We're going up. I could have. I know, right? We're gonna be all the way through Nation Cup by the time this finishes downloading. I absolutely can't believe that we're genuinely having as many people as we have right now sat here watching a download. Why are we like this? You've heard the action here is immaculate. You would be right. We are absolutely in the best place physically possible. Why is gun? I got a missed call by Gunlad as he eventually joined the chat. Also, Iggy is it's 64 now. Iggy's been messaging me. Iggy's messaging me. Get the full. Iggy has just been messaging me on PSN, thinking that his things will pop up. Yes, I turned off the notifications purely because I've. Let's be honest, nobody would like me to watch this with the PSN notifications popping up because I get invited to a new party every 5 seconds. Like I've been invited to I've been invited to 4 new parties just since the beginning of this download. We are getting there, boys. We are getting there, I think. There is more action in this than there was a Tier 4 sprint race. To be honest, there's more action here in this one particular movement where we just... I kid you not, my word, they will end earlier than this download. Oh, we're on 65! This is just... I don't know what's going on. Oh, God. I'm also meant to be doing the on PS on 69 with spam. Sorry. This is the only upload of the feature. Yes, it is. And even if it is the only upload of the feature, one, I would have to end the stream in order to restart my GT, and because the PSA, when you're actually doing it tied to a game, it shuts down the stream as soon as you come out the game. I can't click any buttons or anything, so I have to. We're stuck on this screen in GT. So I'd have to restart my GT, which means I'd have to restart the stream. And we're all already invested in this, so we're just going to watch this for the next 40 minutes. Admittedly, Fracas, there wasn't even an upload of it until last night. Oh, I think it'll crash as well. I'm just waiting on it. Even though this is going to be a... Yeah, we're 20 minutes into this now. If everyone wasn't so invested in the download now, I would actually just restart my PS. But unless you guys say to restart it, I'm not going to. The feature will be shorter than the download of it. We're on 67, boys. We're on 67. Like, I also have two other. I have two other races to commentate today. So hopefully. 12 people have nothing to nothing better to do than watch GT trying to download. Oh, yes, yes. This is where we're at. Oh, 68. If it crashes now. There is a small part of me wants to see it crash now, just to see everything fall apart. Almost reached the promised land of 20 plus minutes waiting to get to 69%. That's probably more likely, Deco. That's probably more likely. Look, there's about 100 different ways I imagined this going, right? In terms of doing the tier 4s and maybe only getting a couple done, maybe being able to finish it all today if I can, if my voice allows me to, if my PS5 allows me to. I did not account for 25 minutes of a download. What's going on? That would fucking explain it. I love it when my PS5 randomly... There you go. My PS5 randomly starts updates, and it's pissing me off. That's what it was. So I had Rocket League downloaded for some godforsaken reason. I blame Skinsy. It got died at 69% and finished the download. God damn it. This is just going to be the entire 40 minutes of jokes. Bye, chat. Oh god, let's not waste any more time and get into this. 30 on softs in the McLaren. I can't imagine. I will purposely start my Rocket League download again for the next download, next GT download. Fitz is on soft tires. Theo, yeah. Oh no, Boat is on mediums for some reason. Monty on softs for Ethan, softs for Fracas, mediums for Gunmad, because apparently no one really likes the RCZ don't like a soft strategy for some godforsaken reason. Deco on mediums as well, softs for auto starts here. Yuri's shown up out of nowhere. Jezza in 11th and Yuri at the back. So Yuri's going to come into this with absolutely no practice. But yeah, let's get going with the 40-minute feature rate. 10 laps at Le Mans. Let's see what realistically it's about to unfold. The turn gets in the way. And I don't think I'm actually recovering from the download at this point. got Fitz here in second, has got an awful start at the moment with Steo flying in the background, trying to get close to him at the start of this race into the first proper chicane on the lap. Nothing really changes at this point in time. Steo had a little bit of a run over the line then. I think Monty was the other car that also had a bit of a problem. Still everyone reasonably close through the first sector here at Le Mans. Well, I say oh, there goes Boa! There goes Boa off the track! Let's have another look at this. He's had a bit of a mare here going into Turn Rouge. Let's see what is going on here with Boa. Gets on. Oh, he just goes wide. That's nothing wrong. He had no excuse for that. Oh, and he clips Seaford as well on the way back in, continuing all the way over the grass. He's going to drop pretty much all the way to the back. There goes Yuri with a lot more speed. He's going to have to use the slipstream to stay ahead of Jezza. The two Lancers were the two at the rear of the field. Now they've got a bit of movement up the field to go. See if Bota gets overtaken here in the actual down into the first chicane on the Multan straight. Here comes Jezza to the inside. Will Jezza be able to hold this on the inside? He will not. Bota's got a far better line through that chicane and he'll take that. Let's have a look further up the field. Yuri's still here. Otto's up into 8th. Deco got overtaken really quickly. And again, that makes sense because Deco's on medium tyres for some reason. Otto now going after Gunmad, looking to the inside of Gunmad. Will he get it done? He's ahead of Gunmad, and here comes Deco as well. Deco looking to the inside, trying to follow that hole that Otto created, but Otto hasn't even got past Gunmad in the end. Gunmad doing a pretty good job there to defend what looked like a lost cause, driving against that Supra. That Supra is absolute demon in a straight line. Yeah, he's done a good job holding on for now. He's gonna have to try and hold on here into the hairpin halfway through the lap here. It doesn't look like he's gonna be able to hold on that much this time. Otto is fully in front as we head down to the hairpin. Anything gonna happen here? Nope, Otto's gonna hold that position really nicely and he's gonna get into 7th as we've got someone going a little bit deep there in the background. I think it might have been Bota. Yuri picks up a half-second penalty as well. Further up the grid, the front 5 are still within earshot of each other. Turtie's dropped down the 3rd. Fitz got 1.5 worth of penalties. So Steo, who won the first race of the season and has proceeded to do literally nothing else since. Turtie goes very deep there, had a lot of speed, almost clobbered Fitz for good measure. We now see Turtie and I think that's Monty going side by side. Monty might actually be in front now. Fitz is 7 is 1.5 and we'll just tumble down the grid for a little while. And yeah, Turtie's in 3rd, even in 4th. Fitz has dropped to 5th and he's kind of the barrier now between the two packs that we had. Steo in a comfortable position here at the front of this grid. He won the first, may I add, I've said it a couple of times already, he won the first race of the season, has an absolute knack in Tier 4 for winning that first race and then showing up for as many races as possible and doing absolutely nothing, and being a complete non-factor since that point. He is rolling in the same direction again this season, but maybe a second win is on the cards here. As we're now finishing up the first of the 10 laps here at Le Mans for Tier 4. Of Tokyo afterwards, and then Monza after that. And going back, Monty's up in the 2nd, having a pretty good run of it. Turtie in 3rd, even in 4th. Oh, and it looked like Fracas and Otto are fighting their way through down toward turn 1. Fitz has another 2 seconds of penalties because apparently he doesn't know what a white line looks like. And Otto has got past Fracas, so Otto up into 5th, 1 place behind the title. Well, 1 place behind a potential title rival. We could actually start cutting the gap down. It's 39 points here. Yuri didn't show up, so it's still, well, it's more than the 41 it was now at the beginning of the day. And Bota has had an absolute nightmare so far at Le Mans. So Otto again becomes the only person to challenge. Usually does extremely well in the feature races. He is starting to break a gap to this McLaren. Yeah, down the straight now. Yeah, look at that, how early that McLaren shift. It's torturous to watch. Oh, here comes the bump draft. So Fitz is going to play the game a little bit here. See if Gunmad's going to follow in and do the same. He probably should. Nope, he's going to go to the inside. Here comes Gunmad. And Gunmad on the inside there against Fitz has gone. Oh, Gunmad's gone really deep. Into the wall he goes. And he's got a problem now. Damage to his front right. Absolute calamity in the in the first of the chicanes there. Here comes we got Fitz with 2 seconds, Deco with a half second, Yuri on the inside. Let's see how this one played out. Yuri is currently ahead. Up in the 7th goes Yuri. Deco is not enough alongside to make anything stick. So Fitz is going to stay in 8th. And but Fitz has a 2-second time penalty, so we'll see that disappear sooner rather than later. Yuri also right up on the back of Fracas now. Fracas, a sitting duck. So here comes the Lancer. And I think Fitz might be able to have a good run as well. Here comes the Lancer on the outside, and the Lancer is going to have no issues rounding that McLaren at all. Yuri up into 6th now. Further forward, Auto is already right up on the back here of Turkey and Ethan. And the more we watch, the more it becomes apparent that Auto is absolutely flying here. Auto going for a double! Can he get the double? He will get the double in a straight line. That Supra has just got way too much speed over the other 2 cars. He'll take the double. Up in the 3rd goes Auto. He's looking for a double win. I don't know where Turkey's going. I want to know where he's going here, because he is off the track entirely. He hit a wall, and I'm not entirely sure how he's managed this. Oh, that's a half slide, and it's a case caught it the other way, and then here you have that's the rear damage on the wall. It's trying. I guess he's trying to snap oversteer after a moment of understeer. Probably did that. That's not how you're going to get away with anything in this race. Auto clear of Auto driving just ahead of Ethan right now. Monty is the one behind Steo for the lead of this race. Steo is in control through 2. 5th of the way there. He's had no problem so far. The car should be able to go 5 laps on soft. Should not be too much of an issue. At least he didn't need a 3-point turn. Yeah, that's fair. Are you sure it wasn't a 33-point turn at Bathurst? Auto's just starting to build a little bit of a gap onto Ethan. He's heading in the direction of Monty and Steo in the front. Yuri's in 5th right now. Brackets in 6th. Boater in 7th. Gunmad in 8th. Turkey in 9th. Deco in 10th. Fitz in 11th after his penalty. I'm going to sneeze. And Jazz is at the back of the grid right now. Let's see what is going to happen as Turkey is in the gravel. Maybe not aware of his warm tyres still, but going sliding all the way off into the gravel there, and that'll allow Fitz to go on through. And down to 11th goes Turkey. After the starting of reverse grid pole, you'd probably be able, it should be expected to be able to take advantage of it. He hasn't. Gunmad's just gone past Boat. I think that was a very clean move. Let's have a look again as we watch down the straight, through turn 1 into the first of the chicanes on the lap. And yeah, that is just Gunmad taking the corner substantially better than his teammate. Ethan is significantly off the back of Auto now. He looks like Monty's taken the lead of the race. I'm not entirely sure when that happened, but he has. He's taken the lead of the race so far, as Steo got a bit all over the place, which might lead for Auto to go Auto to actually try and attack this. Auto now just going all the way by. The straight line speed, even against the Corvette, is absolutely ludicrous. And he's just going to have this one, no questions answered, in the first chicane. Yeah, Auto has got that one. Monty still in first for now, but he's got a lot to do in order to hold Auto back here. Steo further back, got Ethan on the back of him now. The Hot Wheels Corvette needs to find a bit of, just needs to find a bit of time here realistically. We continue in lap 3 here, about into the second chicane. See if we'll find anything that actually is happening. If only Lord Hans was on fire, as much fire driving that he was at his jokes. Here we go for the lead of the race now. There goes Otto on the inside of Monty, and he's made that look easy. Look at that. He also gets the corner really well. One person who doesn't is Theo in the background there, who almost went off the track into the gravel again. But he's still in third for now. Monty just ahead of him, so slipstream is still a thing here. Boom roasted. I had to get one myself. I have to bully everyone. That's my job, right? I was like, Monty's going to hold on against Steo here. Oh, Steo had a bit of an issue there, trying to get his car stopped. And Ethan is still hanging in and around. Yuri's trying to make a name for himself in this race as well. Otto in control again, though, through 3 laps. He won the sprint race, sorry, quite convincingly in the end. And never really challenged Nico in second. So, yeah, Otto is absolutely flying around Le Mans. That Super is absolutely doing him every bit of favour in the world as well. Otto is exceptionally quick here. We got Monty, he's actually doing a pretty good job for himself in this one. We're not used to seeing Monty this high up without a spin, and Steo's gone very wide there in the background. He's got half a second and a little bit of contact with Ethan, and then gets an extra second penalty tacked on at the end of the Porsche curve there. You know, Ethan, who's just on the back, he will take third position of Steo on the next lap. It will be interesting to see if anybody does a 4.6. I don't know if it's worthwhile. It's probably your only strategy variation you'll see outside of your normal, regularly scheduled 5.5 softs off. We'll see if anything does in fact change. Monty and Otto are starting to build a little bit of a gap to third and fourth. Albeit I'm pretty sure Otto is also outside of, Monty is outside of slipstream range here on Otto, I'm pretty sure. So Otto's got a vice grip on tier 4 here at Le Mans. See if anyone can break it. Car is extremely good on tyres as well, so he won't have an issue with his tyres come the next couple of laps. I'm not entirely sure about his shield. Brakes is his most significant hindrance, being made in the 90s. But is not seemingly having any problems with that right now. Monty in behind. Steo still only has the 1.5. With Ethan right behind him. Ethan just trying to look to take advantage of that. Yuri, Gunmad, and Deco. I think those two just switched positions. Heading into the first chicane. There's no bump drafting anywhere in sight here. See if Deco's going to play the game here. See if he catches up to the back of Gunmad. There is no game being played whatsoever here. He's looking to the inside. He's pulling to the inside. He's not going to be inside enough to make the move stick. Fitz is on his own. Turtie's on his own, and Fracas and Jezza there on their own as well. Otto's gap is increasing to Monty in second. Steo, again, just losing time to Ethan. Also losing time because of his penalty in a split second. Also, Yuri in behind in fifth also has a second penalty, so it might encourage Gunmad to try and make his way back up. Steo's going to defend the inside here against just Ethan. and gets the defence done pretty nicely. He's just trying to hold on until the penalty arises. Is there going to be a bump draft here from Ethan, as Ethan needs to be looking as much as possible to get onto the back of Monty. He is currently stuck in behind at the moment. Let's see if anything is going to change. First two not really having much against them at the moment. Monty just kicking up a little bit of gravel, and so will Steo on the exit there. It's not the greatest idea when you're coming through into the twistiest part of Le Mans to have dirty tyres. That seems to be what is going to happen here. Yuri's got less of a penalty than Steo. He will catch up a little bit, but not enough. It looks like Gunmad's got ahead of Deco, but Gunmad's got a half a second for presumably going too deep. And here comes Boat in behind as well, trying to pierce through a hole created by Gunmad on the exit of the crowd of Pryor. He will go by. Gunmad's up in a 6. Deco and Boat are tied, well, side by side here to the Porsche curbs for a split second. And Deco manages to rein 7th back in. Gunmad has half a second. He'll serve on the next lap. 30 Fracas, Jezza, Fitz at the back here. Fitz is having an absolute nightmare of a day in that RS01. Steo, yep, dropped all the way, dropped behind Yuri as well now. Ethan has got into the pit, so Ethan's going to try a 4-6. I asked at the beginning if anyone's brave enough to try it. There's the answer. I think he would be able to do it. Certainly. Oh, Dad's went for coffee. Yuri up in the third for now. Steo does not look comfortable in that Corvette whatsoever. Also, the gap between... What the hell? The gap between Otto and Monty is huge. Again, Otto is on absolute fire at Le Mans. Let's see if Monty peers into the back. Monty doesn't even peer into the background of the shot here. Will he peer into the background here? There you go. That's an illustrative gap on how much that is like of what Otto's pace is really like here. Absolute absolute domination so far. 57.8 so far, the fastest lap for Otto. Did that back-to-back laps. 58.1 was before that, so he's definitely having a fun time with it. Monty's doing 4-minute flaps, so it's a considerable difference. Now, Otto is breaking this off 2-3 seconds a lap right now in absolute cruise control. But this is Otto. He has, in fact, been liable to a mistake or two in the past. We'll wait and see. Steo's in 4th right now. Obviously the penalties and everything that happened. Also with even pitting. Here come Deco and Gunmad. Those two are going side by side down the hill here. Let's see what happens at the bottom of the Mulsanne Straight. Looks like Gunmad's got the inside line. Probably a better line to have at this point in time. Just because of the turn in, it's going to the right, not the left. So Gunmad will have the position there on Deco. Boater just trying to get himself involved as well. See how close he gets to his teammate after his teammate serves his penalty. We've got Jeddah and Fracas and the two McLarens after Jeddah and the two McLarens fixing that out. Fighting it out behind, sorry. Here comes Deco again, this time to the outside as we head down towards Indianapolis. It looks like he might have it this time. Will he get it this time? There's collisions on the outside, but it's definitely enough. He actually got enough there to hold on, and now Gunmad's going to hold his penalty. Gunmad didn't actually hold on, sorry, around the outside. the outside line he had. He was always sitting up for Deco to try and overtake on the inside. Deco did get it done. Now Boater is the RCZ right behind the Porsche. It's Deco in a Porsche. Deco in the Porsche is now holding off a barrage of attacks from the RCZs in the blue and yellow behind them. Let's see if anything. I don't think anything's going to happen at the front. Auto is in considerable control at the moment. And Monty's heading into the pits now. Let's see if everyone actually takes the pit lane well here in Tier 4. Deco gets in without damage. Boater. And Boater and Godman almost colliding with each other in the pit lane of all places. As Gunmad looks like he was trying to do his best. His best Sebastian Vettel impression, I think. The entire grid, apart from Ethan and Fitz, coming on this lap. Ethan now rounding out the final chicane, the final couple of chicanes on the lap. Auto is putting all the fuel in now. Is he going to get out in front? Auto is there. Auto is now heading out of the pits. Auto is considerably in front. And you see Ethan, who now peers into the background. Monty also there as well, but he actually comes out behind Ethan. So Ethan, 4 laps in his first stint, 6 on his second stint, possibly might have just gained himself 3 or 4 positions if he can hold on to it. As we're going to continue watching on. Everyone's still quite distanced out right now. Gunmad ahead of Steo, Deco behind that. So Gunmad might have put in a little bit less fuel than he was well, I say little. He's put in significantly less fuel than everyone else on the grid. Gunmad up in the 5th, Steo into 6th. Has a half-second penalty. Deco directly behind that. So Deco will take 6th off Steo immediately. Boater has just lost a little bit of time to his teammate. I'm not sure if his teammate has actually fueled enough. Here comes Theo to the outside, which is an interesting manoeuvre of the first chicane in the Multan straight. He's going to have a better line. He's going to have a much better line, and he's going to have the position there on Gunmad. Nice move there by Steo. It won't last too long for the penalty, but it's a nice move nonetheless. Here we go, Gunmad looking back at it. Is he going to be able to try something? He is not. And Steele's going to hold on through the second chicane of the Multan straight as well. Just the straight line speed of that Corvette is doing the damage right now. The RTZ not able to keep up. Porsche certainly isn't. Auto's still in control of this race, Ethan in second. It could be, Auto was definitely not wanting Ethan to be in second because he needed as many points gained as humanly possible. He gained, I think he gained max points so far. Monty relayed me the information that Yuri actually had pole but DC'd, so I don't know if that counted as a Yuri pole or not. He definitely picked up 16 from the sprint. Fastest lap and a win. He looked like he's set for max points in the feature as well, which will mean another 4-point dig into that gap that Ethan would have at the top of the championship. Steo going again a bit too deep. Gunmad as well, kicking up a little bit of the gravel on the outside there. Now Steo's got to serve his half-second penalty. I fully expect Gunmad to go by without much of an issue. He's definitely got more speed at this point in time. Is Steo going to be able to get up to speed quick enough to hold on? Here comes Deco to the outside, of Gunmad. And instead of Gunmad attacking Steo, Deco attacks Gunman and gets the position up in the 6th. A pretty good choice of attack there by Deco. Wait for Gunman to be held up by, be intrigued by something else. Otto is actually being caught up substantially here by Ethan. Monty's got 1.5 seconds, so Yuri will be back into the fight for the podium. Otto's got to have some nerve about him now. Because Otto's been winning most of these feature races. He's finally won a sprint race earlier on, which is usually Ethan's territory. So Ethan's trying to return fire. We'll see if anything's going to happen between the two of them here. Monty's got 2.5 seconds in the background now as well, which is actually kind of impressive, which means he'll definitely drop behind Yuri. Otto's still holding on against Ethan for now. The slipstream is still not enough for that GTR to make something stick on the Supra. Otto is definitely hanging on a lot more than he was before the pit stops, we'll say that much. Would expect Ethan to drop off significantly though at the end of the race. Don't think the Supra gives slipstream. It definitely will, but I don't know how strong it actually is. Here we go, down into the second straight. The Mulsanne, and Otto is still once again in control. Albeit it's not a big gap now. The gap to Monty has been extending the entire time, but Ethan has undercut everybody and has put himself into a considerably good position right now. Nobody has to pit again, unless it rains. Rain is always a possibility. But as for now, Otto's still ahead of Ethan. Monty's got 4 seconds somehow in the background there. Yuri's got 1.5, so they both must have made the same mistake at some point. Cost themselves a 1.5 second penalty apiece, but Yuri's still going to get by because Monty's got the extra 2.5 seconds on top of that. Stio is behind Deco, and Gunman and Bota are here as well. These four all in a little bit of a train right now. They might have a bit of a visit from Monty in a minute. 4 seconds worth of penalties is absolutely massive. We'll wait and see how this functions in a minute. Monty is now going to serve his penalty. Yuri also tried to have a go at, try to get really close to the back of Monty through Indianapolis. It didn't work. He got significantly closer and obviously now further ahead because of the penalties. And there's Deco and company in the background. Monty and Yuri should still be relatively clear of them. Otto and Ethan are comfortably 1 and 2 right now. But it doesn't look like Ethan's getting close enough for a move as of right now as we head into the final couple of chicanes in this race. And Ethan setting the fastest lap of the race so far, so that's an extra point that Otto won't take. Which is good news for Ethan in this championship. They're just trying to solve away all the championship points he can right now, just to get this done, over and done with, maybe a week early. He can get it done well in Tokyo next week. But yeah, Auto's just starting to build just a little bit now. It is starting to come back to that Supra, as we all expected it would. The GTR's got decent, it got far worse tyres. I'm not entirely sure if it's 6 laps of race worthy though. May also have to do a little bit of fuel saving, wait and see. There's no 1.5 mile radius of him though. Yuri there, the next car. And he's got Monty on the back of him. I say on the back as if it's not like at least a second or two that split Monty and Yuri at the point. Deco's still ahead of Stio. He's got the 2 RCZ directly behind that as well. But yeah, down the back straight now. Steer's got a lot more speed than the Porsche does. He might be looking at the inside here. He's gonna go for it. He's got in front for now. He's gone too deep. He's gone far too deep. And that will allow for Deco to go straight back on through. Steer just misjudged the braking point harshly in that Corvette. The Corvette that definitely isn't known for its brakes, I'll tell you that much. And then drops right back behind Deco again. Brought Gunmad back into it. Also, Boat has a 1.5 second penalty in the background there. Oh, a second penalty there for Stio on the exit. We'll wait and see how much that's going to damage him. He'll definitely let Gunmad through. I don't think he'll let anyone behind Boto through though, because they are comfortably tailed off at this point in time. We'll look further up the field. Second penalty for Monty, which should bring him back towards the pack we were just watching. Otto and Ethan are right up against each other again in this race. We'll see whether or not there's a move bound to happen here. We're on lap 8, about to head to lap 9, which means we have 2 laps left of Le Mans in a minute. When they get over the line, they're just about headed to the exit of the Porsche curve, now down towards the final couple of chicanes on the lap. With Otto still leading from Ethan. Ethan's given him much more of a problem than Monty was in the first half of this race. The undercut's still very powerful by the looks of it. If your car can make it that long, that is. If anyone else remembers or has watched the Tier 2 stream for Le Mans recently, Tier 2, this was about a couple of laps ago. They had an absolute chaos unfold. The rain came down extremely heavily, and we were just playing water slides straight into the gravel, into the wall, into essentially everything with every driver, and it was a case of who would get the right decisions right the most. I don't think we're getting rain here though. I think it might be too late. Yeah, Ethan dropped off the back of Otto just a little bit again, so we'll see if Ethan's able to try and make his way back through. And well, we're back onto the back of Otto, who is in control, has been in control since a very early point in this race. I think it was lap 3. They eventually took control. Hasn't relinquished it since. And there's no real signs here of him actually giving it up. Significantly better tyres here for Otto. The rears are just going off of Ethan's car just a little bit too much, I think, for this to be a competition going into lap 10. just doing enough. And I think that's all he cares about, doing just about enough that he doesn't have to worry about the title fight. GTR not got any beans, you're right. It's certainly not got any beans against that Supra, that's for certain. 1.5 laps left now of this race. Auto. Love the music in the background making the Sunday drive sound epic. It's great. GT music on broadcast option can be great at times. Can be absolutely brilliant at times, I'd say that much. Monty's got half a second here. Deco, his teammate, not that far behind. Not half a second range, but not that far behind. Possible fight for these two going into the final lap of this race. Gunmad and Boater and Steo are all in a different planet to Deco now, considering Deco has managed to get himself away and is driving off into the sunset. Gunmad here ahead of Steo. Steo's got 1.5 seconds, so Steo is about to drop behind Boater. And there you go, Boater's just gone on through now, up in the 7th goes Boater. We've got a penalty here for 30 and then we've got Fracas in behind that. As they're both 9th and 10th right now, and they're just going to switch positions with that penalty. And that means Fracas is up to 9th and 30 is up to 10th. Jeddah is currently in 11th and Fitz is tailed off last as we see Auto now coming toward the line. And we are now on the final lap of the sprint race, of the feature race here, sorry, at Le Mans. And Auto takes back the fastest lap. There's just an extra point. It just closes the gap just a little bit more. See if we can get a title fight in this tier. Let's see if anything is going to unfold. Because once again, Auto had a lap or two where it looked like he may have possibly been under threat by Just Ethan. And at that point, since that point, since the beginning of lap 8, good luck catching him. Good luck catching Auto, because he is off again. He is just gone. Reinstating the dominance here, especially at Le Mans. If I remember right, he also won 2 with his teammate last season when he was in Tier 4 at Le Mans. He did the 4.6 in the Lexus, if my memory serves me correctly. He took everything Ethan had to give at him this time and just drove away exceptionally well today, y'all, for Auto. He's thoroughly deserved the double win, no question about that. Managed to drive through the traffic as well. There's just no denying him this time round, unless he denied himself, obviously. Well, Yuri's got 1.5 worth of penalties. Deco did in fact get ahead of Monty, and Deco is up into 4th. Monty in 5th, Gunman in 6th. He's comfortably ahead of his teammate who's in 7th right now. Steele's got about his 100th penalty of the race. Crackers and 30 are fighting back for the 9th and 10th position. Jaguar's getting 11th, and Fitz is going to get 12th. Everyone's going to finish on the on the first lap, which is good. Yeah, so Auto definitely has a thing for Le Mans, that's for certain. It won't be on the calendar next season because it served its 2-season stint in ALR, so it'll be gone for the minute for certain season 14 at the very least. Might be back for 15. Who knows? Looks like Auto again heading into Indianapolis, just cruise control right now. Nothing's going to stop him. Even there, Yuri's got 1.5 seconds. That might bring him back towards Deco, but not really enough. Deco and Monty are currently fighting. Boat and Gunmad are not close enough either. Steele's picked up another penalty. 30 and Fracas are going at each other down in towards Indianapolis now. We'll see whether or not the McLarens are going to switch the positions, or attempt to switch the positions in the final lap here. Looks like Fracas is going to hold on. Fracas nicely drove there through Indianapolis to hold on against 30. But realistically, at the point of the race where no overtakes are going to happen from now on without a mistake, and there's been absolutely no mistakes whatsoever from Auto today. Ethan gave him a challenge for a couple of laps, but he has stated his dominance here at Le Mans. Absolute cruise control. He wins both the sprint and the feature in cruise control dominant fashion. Nothing stood against him today whatsoever. Ethan tried his best through the kitchen sink, couldn't get anywhere near. Yuri's going to get third, again, relatively unchallenged. Deco's going to get himself in fourth. Monty's going to get himself fifth after being in second for a large majority of the race. He probably won't be too happy with that. Gunmad is going to beat out his teammate for sixth. As Boater is going to come seventh. And Steo is going to Steo just served his 15th penalty of the race, so his 8th position on what was looking like a promising start. Fracas is in ninth. He held on. Oh, actually, did he hold on against his teammate? They're just going to actually drive side by side over the line by the looks of things. As Fracas in 9th, 30 and 10th. Jeddah is going to be the next one to the line in 11th, unless he makes an absolute hash of the final corner. He does not. And then we've got Fitz, who has half a lap to go in the RSO1, and I can imagine why he hasn't been here very often this season. Probably learnt the lesson the hard way there, I think. Did it for the team photo. Yeah, I'm not too surprised. Alright, let's have a look. Never took the photo. You dumbass. Let's have a look at what the standards look like after Le Mans then. Here in Tier 4. After week 6. Tier 4 is still in complete cruise control right now. Yeah, Ethan 179, and then it's Yuri 144, Auto 143, so 35 and 36 points clear of the next two. And in the championship for the constructors, well, it's almost dead and buried already. 55 points. Let's see, the most points you can get, just doing some maths real quick, most points you can get for cleaning house is 43. A second is 12 plus 22, that's 34. So it would have to be a 78-point gap by the end of next week for that championship to be over and done with. But yeah, cruise control for Auto in this race, but the championship is still quite handedly not in doubt whatsoever at this point for Ethan. He would have to have one hell of a horrible week next week for the final week to even become interesting. But yeah, that's everything we have for Le Mans. I will be back in about 10-ish minutes. 5-10 minutes, something like that, and do Tokyo, and then we'll go from there. Let's see how my voice holds up after Tokyo. My voice feels good right now, so we'll get at least 2 done. I'll see you in about 10 minutes time.